Hello viewers, welcome to another video on the channel, and in this video we'll be speaking about AI influencer, and that's generally this right here. Now in the last video, the link will be in the description below. The last video I spoke about Cinema Studio, Nano Banana and a King 2.6. Now Nano Banana generally uses images and you can use them as reference images, or if you don't have any images and you want to create a character or a scene, then you can just use simple text as prompts and it will generate a scene for you, just an image, and that's gonna be freaking awesome. Now King 2.6 uses images and it converts them into videos. It adds life to your image. Now no matter what you actually created, no matter, it can be a superhero you created, King 2.6 does that for you. It adds all those special effects, it adds everything for you. It can just be a cinematic presence, just like a movie. Now Cinema Studio, that's something on a different level. That's something you have to actually look at the video to understand what it does. But it generally stitches one image and it links it to a final image, so then it just look like those two images just belong to the motion or just the video that the AI created. Now for AI influencer, just let me add one thing to this. Now there's something called Higgsfield Earn. Now Higgsfield Earn, you can join this for free, and the link will be in the description below also, or you can just simply just scroll down below Higgsfield and find it. Now Higgsfield Earn generally uses the content that you create on Higgsfield, which is images that you post and also videos that you also post on your different social media. And what it generally does is use those analytics, how many views that you get, and pay you for it. It's generally a way that Higgsfield says, okay, you created good content, people like it, they're gonna pay you for it, because they know that more people is going to come and use Higgsfield to create content such as yours. If you have been on the media and scrolling through TikTok for your FYP or whatever, even on YouTube short, you have seen Bigfoot giving little quotes or doing some kind of funky and strange funny stuff. Or if you have seen something called Rasta Monkey, it's basically a monkey, usually sometimes giving podcasts or just saying some crazy kind of stuff. Higgsfield AI can do that for you. Now let me tell you how you can do it. So now on AI influencer, this is the main thing this video is about there. So on the left hand side, you can see I have a few characters. I have Amy. Now the attributes that Amy has is alien, non-binary, Asian, green, black, and vertigo. Now that's not really a character I would use, but you have Dorian here, and Dorian is a mutant. It has a human body and has an octopus head with alien eyes. Now generally I'm going to skip all those orders and go to the one I created. So this one I created it using the prompt. I had Bigfoot with dirty tangled dreads, and when I open this here, you can clearly see the hands are hairy. You can clearly see it looks like Bigfoot, as you clearly see in many different videos, and that he has dreads. Now what I can do, I can either add motion to him where I bring him to life, or I can simply just press recreate. Now when I press recreate, it will change the setting, it will change the mode, it will change different attributes about him and his background. Now reference generally uses this same exact image and it can generate more images just like his characteristics. So just like using his face, his exact hair length, his hair color, his hairstyle, his clothing, his hands and the hairs, the features of his body, reference actually collects all those features and creates more images of this character. So if I wanted him doing a handstand or doing a flip, whatever, when I actually create references using this image as a reference, it generally will create all those different things. You can add different clothing. If I prompt it to add a different clothing, but it's going to use his exact features, so it will be generally just that one character without much changes in the physical appearance. Now I can also download it and animate. Now motion generally comes with a preset of different motions that you can add, and animate is where it's something similar to motions, but it's just that you're going to add different stuff to it. For example, with animate here, so I can use King 2.6 here. I can add prompts right here to animate it. Or for motion, on the other hand, motion is generally a motion control. Now animate will bring it to life and so on. Let's get back to where I was earlier. So this is my character right here. This is the prompt I added. But what if you don't have a creative mind? What if you want to add something, just create something just simple? Let me show you how you're going to do this. So on create new right here, you have the builder and you have the prompt. So you're going to keep into the builder. I'm going to be selecting human, although there are so many different ones that you can select, like all those mutants they have here, human bodies and some creature heads. Let's scroll down below. Here you can select your gender. So I'll select a male, and there are so many different genders before I just continue just scrolling like mad. But then you can select female, male, non-binary, trans man or trans woman. Now they have different ethnicity. There's African, they have Asian, European, there's mixed, and I choose mix. Yeah, mixed guy. But you know about mix. If you know, you know mix is the real deal. Now, skin color, you can add all funky skin colors. I was gonna keep it blank because I want it to look normal. Eye color, and your eye color is going to come in different forms. So you can have like pinkish eyes or slash purple, green eyes, and there are people who actually have blue eyes though. So yeah, you can also add white eyes, or like blind. So you can create a blind character, giving life advice about living life before life leaves you, and so on. Now you have skin conditions. I'm going to skip skin conditions, but you can add pigmentation, freckles, burns. There's so many things you can actually do, and just generally you adding different features that you can use for your content creation. And age, I'm gonna select adult, and here you can have advanced settings that you can toggle. And advanced settings generally uses different features that you can add more to it, generally like mouth and teeth, ears, horns, and so on. Now here you can see the different ears that they have available. They have no ears in case you want to make an alien. They have human ears, and let's go and select human ears and so on. And that's generally it. But I'm not going to be creating a character. I'm just giving you a walkthrough of it. I already created a character, and this character is not. If you use Higgsfield before, you have an idea that sometimes to generate what you actually want, it takes a little while because it really adds every detail for you, and there's no way around it. Generally, my internet speed is 100 megabytes a second, and it still takes at least a good 5 minutes sometimes to create a character. So sometimes just go to just create a character for reference, or just use create your AI influencer and then reference it, and then use that reference to create 4 more of different scenes using that same character and his or her personal features. And then you're going to have a bunch of productions in one click, just like using Nano Banana. So go watch the last video and you see how Nano Banana actually works. Now let's go ahead with the next step. So this is my character right here, and I want to add some motion to him. Now what motion actually does is it mimics a real life video and add it to it. So here you can clearly see motion here. So I'm going to open the motion library, and you can add different motions right here. So you can copy these motions and add your character to it. So you see stuff like if you want to create like a dating app, and you want to create free advertisements using using Higgsfield AI, you can actually do that. So all this kind of stuff, you see those kind of motions and gestures that actually take place right there. You can just copy those motions to your character, and then as simple as that. People really think it's real, but I think it's real, but it's actually not. Now here you can clearly see I have a video on the left hand side right here, and I also have my character here. So I'm gonna go to history. This is the video that I actually use, and you may not really see it, but in this video I have some treats that I just purchased, and those are stuff to go in the fridge, and I was just playing around with it while I wait for the bus with my friend. And I use that video because I don't really have much videos of myself, and I don't want to be using someone else's video or to create a video like that. I'm not so enthusiastic, that is. But then if you are, then it does the job for you. Then I use this here, my character, like I'll have him in a different setting if I reference him and created a different background for him, but then I didn't. So it just gonna be using that there just for the example. So here is my character, and here is the video that I mimicked.
Okay, yeah,
And that's the outcome of it, like you saw earlier. Now, that's generally all there is to it. It's quite very simple, and there's nothing behind it that really is gonna be difficult. The Higgsfield AI makes AI video creation quite easy. The main aim is to create a user-friendly interface where you can actually create your content easily. And do not forget the Higgsfield Earn. With Higgsfield Earn, you can create your content and publish it on your social media accounts, and Higgsfield is going to get those view analytics, and then going to pay you for it. So it's a win-win for everyone. Now that's generally it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and see you in the next video.